Sorry for the inconvenience, unwanted inconvenience due to the network issue. Once again, I came back to continue the same. Yes, I was there in the classroom. Just imagine the situation. As a teacher, I'm in the classroom. Okay, what are the benefits that we are getting that I asked actually, that I put before? What are the benefits that we're getting from the classroom? First of all, whenever we are students sit or students are asked to reopen a chapter, a new chapter even, they will simply read. Okay, there are so many things, so many things. Now, after reading, after understanding the whole chapter, whenever they will be asked to make a script on this part, script means there will be, suppose there are four characters or three characters, as I already referred to a story that is the last leap event, and previously I told Charanda's show, that is Habib Tanvir, written by Habib Tanvir. It is based on a social part. Okay, so any story might be considered, based on the for example, I'm saying the last leap. In the last leap, there are three characters, so I can choose, or student may choose from themselves. No, with actually might be these characters. So try to understand, and they have to do something. They have to write something. What is to be written? That is, they themselves will prepare the script. So this is very beneficial. This is very effective. In fact, whenever they will be ready, they have to once again, I shouldn't say, maybe for 2 times, maybe for 3 times, they should read the entire story. First of all, they will understand the whole story. After that, they will decide, no, this is actually the character. I may perform on this character. So I have to write down the script. And if they're guided properly by the teacher, no issues there. Suppose one became Shiv, one became Jansi, one became Bedman. So try to understand only three characters they are there. For one day, one team already got it. That has, I'm not saying for the whole story, only these three will continue for the first day, or for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes, at least we can provide for this part. Why? Because we already came to know that there is a scheduled time. Within that stipulated time, we have to complete the whole story. That we know. But what is actually the objective? The objective is to teach in a proper method, actually, not that only that I'm going to complete the whole syllabus, or I'm going to the story. After that, everything is okay. Whether they can write it, they learned or not, that's not my headache at all. We can say, being a teacher, it's our responsibility to see our students, okay, in such a way. So the first part that I told, they came to know how to write a script in a proper method. For 2-3 days, there might be any kind of mistake. Teacher will guide. Okay, no issue is there. After that, they will act as if they're performing on the stage, and they will never forget. So try to understand. There are 5 pages in a story. 5 pages. One page may be provided for a team. The second page may be provided for a different team, and the third page may be provided for another team. By this way, we can cover the whole students, even whole students of the class. They will take part directly. And I have already gone through the response to what I got from the classroom. They got a different interest. They told, no, sir, this is very fine. I even provided in a class. But the first fact is that students should understand this part. So how to write script, and the first part that the thing is that what are the benefits while writing a script? Number one, reading. Number one, writing in a proper method. That means grammatical sense. That means visual sense. That means vocabulary sense, and the sense of attitude, sense of body language. Even they will learn how to empathize other. Even, am I clear? Because whenever one student or any student is going to learn a story, if he or she learns it wholeheartedly, then there should not be any kind of problem. Okay, wholeheartedly, not that I have to pass. If I don't read the story, I will fail in the exam. I can't answer, I can attend the objective type at all. The part is that which is already hidden in them, means the talent, as we know better, might be more or less hidden in them, that is to be aroused in them, that is to be aroused in them by themselves. This is not my word at all. This is already told by different gurus, even different gurus, different philosophies, even they have already told power is there in us, power is there, that is to be aroused. And what we are actually doing, we are just helping to arouse the same. Okay, so language part, the language part, so they can improve in this way. Vocabulary power, spelling, writing skill, everything can be done. Now we are thinking, I'm saying only in the English language. No, not at all. If you imagine, it's a science, it's a math, it's a math class. Try to understand. Suppose I'm saying to you now one formula from algebra, as I can recall. Suppose a plus b whole square. All of us almost know a square plus 2ab plus b square, or a square plus b square plus 2ab, both the same. Now, what we have done already previously, that we learned from our book, we tried to learn, and sometimes we have already, we forgot already. Okay. Now, if we learn it in a dramatic way, just one student will come to the board, and will draw the picture of a rectangle, will draw the picture of a rectangle and a square. Okay, both will be same. Now, one side, as we know better, in rectangle, one side is, if one side is a, different side must be, suppose to be imagined, different, that is b. So what is actually, how we are actually getting a plus b whole square equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab? How physically, how is it possible? That we have to know, that is to be proved. And if it is proved in front of their own eyes, they will never forget. I think so. And how it's possible? Teacher will perform in a silent manner in this part. Teacher will simply guide. No, you have to do. You just draw. One student will be called. And one student, that very student will draw the picture of that part. And after trying that, there must be another group. From that group, they will try to answer how is it possible, and they will discuss on this part. Okay, so this might be possible in math, in science also. Okay, suppose there is a formula Pb plus H2SO4. What is actually the product after? So what are the things where they're coming to know? They're coming to know all the products. I hope all the products. Pb means, as you know better, that is lead, that symbolizes lead. H2SO4 means sulfuric acid. By this way, they will learn even the balancing. Suppose another chemistry formula I'm saying, C2, CH2. Suppose CH2 or OH, for which purpose, as we know better, all that might be depicted physically, practically in a dramatic manner. Okay, so all of them, those who are in science, they are also learning in such a way. Now I'm coming back to history even. In history, suppose there is a role of a king. So one might become the very king. Another might become, or another might take another role. So that will be very fine, isn't that? They'll never forget. Even most of the students, especially in the case of history, most of the students say No, we generally forget the year of the incident. Year of the incident, suppose Panipat. Okay, third battle of Panipat, first battle of Panipat, what happened when, who was the invader, first invader, whatever it may be, who was the first viceroy. Okay, so all is to be remembered through, all might be possible through a dramatic way. And before I know, I want to conclude to the part, I want to conclude this part actually, but before that part, I want to say more. That is, there are so many teachers. If the teachers at least think on this part, that we shouldn't deliver, not only we shouldn't deliver the speech only by this, but we have to follow actually, because we are habituated to deliver a part. If we try to imply this part, student might be benefited, after this part, they will learn something, they can use that, and there will be a nice society. As you know better, students are the base, or students are the pillar of our society. So they can do. Okay, now this should be there is a common mind, in the teaching section, I should say better, that we should follow or we shouldn't follow. Just you have to think on this part. Number one, you need to be a good actor. You need to be a good actor. Is it right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? You need to be a good actor. Is there anyone ready to answer? No. No. The answer is no. Okay, because then actor from the film industries, from the drama industries, they might become a teacher, isn't that? So we shouldn't say that a teacher need to be a good actor. A teacher need to be a good actor, number one, or a student need to be a good actor. Suppose in your class, in our class, one student is saying, okay, no sir, I can say my voice is not so not sound at all, I can say anything else at all. So this point will be hurdle. Now second point, we need to be creative and artsy. Creative and artsy. Is it essential? Not at all. Everything might be possible through learning, through slow learning even, by means of reading, by means of acting, by means of writing. Everything may be possible. Third point, what I wanted to say, that is, we need specific timetable allotment. Is it clear? Is it acceptable? No, not at all. Timetable allotment means we know the time already, isn't that? So we have to decide how it's possible, how it might be enacted in the classroom. That is okay. Fourth point that I want to see, we need a large space, like, what should I say, the stage, like auditorium or theater room, or a very common space in our school or in a different school, else it's not possible. Should I say like this? No, I shouldn't say like this, because classroom is a classroom. First of all, we shouldn't forget that this is not a stage, this is a classroom. But in a classroom, in such a manner, we have to act. Isn't that? We have to make them act. Try to understand, act on the stage, okay, so that they will understand everything very clearly. We shouldn't forget that we're not going to become an actor. Then the direction will be changed totally, or to some extent, or partly. Am I clear? So always we have to remember one thing in the classroom, that is student should be encouraged. Student should be encouraged in such a way so that they learn from their base part. They learn everything wholeheartedly. Not only the learning, there is another part that they should keep everything in their memory. Okay, so that even after passing the class, they can share their own feelings, share the drama to a junior one. Uh, Means they can teach. Suppose one student has a sister or brother in the junior class. Now that student can teach his brother or sister. So they should learn in such a way. Okay. Or another thing, want to hear the good news. None of this mice are true. So what is actually the consequence of this part? What I said, that whatever points I told, this is not right at all. If someone is ready to say, no, sir, there should be a nice space, there should be a stage, not a whiteboard or blackboard, but there should be provided a stage so that we can act, we cannot move like this. No, it is possible only. That's why I told one point, that is the hot seat. Isn't that? I already told about that. Hot seat and readers theater. Readers theater, why did I say? For this purpose I told. Readers theater means one, you can act sitting on your own place. Sitting on your own place. Suppose you have been provided one character of the whole story. One character of the whole story. Now try to understand, whenever a student is going to segregate one character, the student is to read the whole story. Am I clear? If the whole story is not clear, then one character cannot be separated. Okay, one character cannot be written as a script. Try to understand, because the same feeling, whatever I told before, that is a empathize. He will come to know how to empathize even the situation, the feelings. Isn't that should be originated from one's own heart? This is not the artificial part. So this is possible. There should not be any kind of stage light. This is quite impossible. So readers theater, two things I told in this part. One is the readers theater and another is the hot seat. Hot seat. Readers theater, just imagine, and hot seat. Okay. Now, Ontario, what is actually the statement from the ministry's viewpoint that I got? The Ontario Arts Curriculum Grades 9 and 10 document 2010 also asserts that education in the arts involves students intellectually, emotionally, socially, and physically. I would request you, all the teachers, please note down the points. Intellectually, emotionally means education is the arts, involves students intellectually, emotionally, socially, and physically. Learning through the arts, therefore, fosters integration of students' cognitive, emotional, sensory, and motor capacities. I know there came some biological terms even, okay, no issues here, and enables students with a wide variety of learning styles to increase the learning potential. For example, hands-on activities can challenge students to move from the concrete to the abstract, isn't that? And the students learn that while the arts can be enjoyable and fulfilling, they are also intellectually rigorous disciplines, isn't that? So this point, is the point clear? Whatever is told by the ministry's viewpoint. Okay. So once again reminding you, that is the education is the arts, involves students intellectually, emotionally, and socially, physically. Learning through the arts therefore fosters integration of students' cognitive, emotional, sensory, and motor capacities. So I want to now conclude. I'm very happy. Once again, my gratitude to our respected principal sir and my colleagues, my respected teachers, other teachers even. I don't know what's the knowledge I could share, but I tried a lot. Thanks a lot even for being a part of this program.
Thanks to respected Principal Sir, BIPLAB, Kumar Sen Sir, and our technical staffs, Ajit Sir and Raghavendra Sir, for their ardent support. Thanks everybody and everyone's.